We're at the Bullcrap Pride Park here. Wonderful place. I missed the Pride Parade itself, but like, if you got the time, join in. Some good stuff. So I'm going to be reading a script I was supposed to read in public at my local park during Pride Month, but the day I was supposed to do it, see my boyfriend was going to be a cameraman, and basically what ended up happening was they got sick, nearly had a seizure while we were out doing other stuff we were doing before the filming. And, we called it a day. I didn't prioritize filming over their health, obviously, so we did this. And I then put off rescheduling a day to do it. So now I'm doing this at 10:59 p.m. on the last day of Pride Month. And I'm going to try and export these 2 short videos and get them out at least while it's still Pride. Technically. So, starting the script now. 2 weeks ago, closer to 3 or 4 now, but 2 when I wrote it, wrote this part of the script. I wrote another script about the Kink at Pride Discourse. It was relatively short and very, very angry. It was me venting my personal feelings and angers rather than making a constructive argument that could change minds, and I've already made the decision to let my unhinged ADHD info dump rants not be made into videos. That will not happen. So I rewrote it, and I decided to hate that one too for different reasons. Now the second rewrite's gone. Some of it was cannibalized into this video, but I realized most of it was approaching this from the wrong direction. The original's still intact, though. I didn't use any of it in this one, and it's actually completely unmodified and available to patrons as soon as this video is uploaded. I'm sorry to anyone who wants to see it. I am not letting you see that embarrassing shit show without giving me a tenner, and I will not apologize for that. So, what's the argument? Good question. I've been trying to get an answer for a few days now. For those of you not in the know, or in other words, don't have Twitter and or are cishet, which in that case, why are you even here? The argument is hinged on 2 basic positions. There should be Kink at Pride, or there should not be Kink at Pride now. On a surface level, this seems like a odd question, right? To younger queer people like myself who've grown up with corporatized, family-friendly Pride, it seems strange, almost alien, to suggest the idea that Pride should have anything sexual or offensive, or that it should even really be anything more than just a glorified parade. And to older generations of queer people, it seems like an insult to even suggest that Kink shouldn't be present, since they claim to have been showing up in leather since Stonewall itself, and, well, a hint about the point of this video, their claims are correct. But as I looked further and further into this, I realized something. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Whether or not there's always been Kink at Pride is not the center of the discussion. It seems like it, but it's not at all what argument's being made. The argument being made here is that Pride should be a parade rather than a protest, that it should be about optics and political games and not an honest and violent expression of queerness that acts as an FU to cishet society on an annual basis. The US and UK are regressing on our rights. The UK media is constantly publishing transphobic hit pieces and platforming dangerous homophobes on a daily and consistent basis. Going off script here, something that wasn't mentioned, I didn't mention this because it hadn't happened yet, is that they're now transgender Olympic athletes, and it's stirred up a whole new wave of hatred, bipartisan hatred, across tons of not just English-speaking countries, but just generally European and North American populations. Anti-trans bills are being passed on a daily basis in the US, and Republicans have made their intentions to undo all of our progress very, very clear. They are not just going to stop at stripping away trans rights, they are going after gay marriage too. The neoliberals in both nations, in the wider Europe, Canada, sphere, they've made it very clear they're going to do nothing to stop them. Tons of countries still outlaw our open existence, and many more still put us to death for it on a daily basis. Egypt still does cavity searches on trans and just generally queer people, which have been classified by several credible organizations as actual torture. We're living in a resurgence of fascism that threatens to kill us all by either climate catastrophe or genocide. And we're arguing about whether or not Ken from 6th Street can show nipples through his leather at Pride. So I'm not going to dignify this with an argument. And I encourage everyone to do the same. Pride is a protest. And whether or not Kink's been there before or after, or whether this is new or not, protests don't submit to norms, so it doesn't matter. So, fuck 12. Show up in your leathers. Or don't. I'm not going to make you. I'm not a cop after all. To the contrary, it's the cops arguing this. Happy Pride, everyone. May we all win this glorious battle someday soon. Was that one take? I think that might be one take. Jesus Christ, I can't believe I actually managed to do that without too many screw-ups or tangents. Alright, time for the second one. We can go to a separate location for that.